Hi there, I just wanted to take a minute to show you guys how to approach this spectra task that I've given you as part of the work that was set that was due, I think, today. So it's probably best to work through the lesson on this first. I think this is space part 7 that goes over spectra. Spectra are almost like, you can treat them like little barcodes for different chemical elements. So you can see on the first sheet in the PDF, we've got emission spectra of different elements. So we've got one for hydrogen, one for helium. You can see that they look quite different. They've got lines in different places that correspond to different colours. So these are like a fingerprint for that element. Each element has completely different spectra. You've also got lithium there. And again, you can see you've got a red line here. The red line that's here is slightly shifted over. So it's still unique. The combination of lines that it will have is unique as well. There's neon, there's carbon, and there's sodium. And then you're given these 4 emission spectra from stars, and you have to try and figure out what chemical elements are present. The best way to approach this, it depends on what you've got this PDF open in. If you're using Adobe, it might be possible to view this so that you've got the sheets side by side, which might make it a little bit easier, saying that I can't do that right now. But you can do this just by scrolling up and down. So if we take a look at A first, A is just here. What you're trying to do is you're trying to match up the lines to figure out which elements are going to be present in that star. So I would quite confidently say that we've got this blue line here, which corresponds with this blue line here, this red line here, and this red line there. And there's the slightly fainter ones that you can see present here. I'm going to show you this in a bit more detail in a wee second. But definitely there's some hydrogen in there. So for A, the first element that's present is hydrogen. If we take a slightly closer look, there's some fainter lines here. So we've got a couple of the sort of dark blue to light ones here and a yellow one there. And if we take a look here, that to me would look like they correspond with helium. So the first one, the 2 elements that are present are hydrogen and helium. I do have a different way of showing you this. It depends what programs you've got on your computer, if you can use this or not. But kind of you can get away with just scrolling up and down and having a look. But if you've got something where you can take snapshots from the PDF and then you can actually hold them up to one another to compare. So if I'm comparing, again, I'm just looking at A here. If I hold A up to hydrogen, you can see where the lines match up. So yep, definitely got hydrogen present there. If I roll it down to helium, we can see that there is a correspondence with these lines with the helium as well. So if you can repeat that in whatever way works for you for B, C and D, you should be able to give that a go. And if you're still having any problems with it, please don't hesitate to let me know.